Hi. Did you ever go up to a vending machine that will take $1 bills or $5 bills or change and get your billfold out and all you've got is a 20? So even though you have plenty of money, you can't really get anything because it's not broken down into small enough denominations. Well, there's an analogy like that with the cell. The cell is set up to use only small increments of energy, and it's set up to use a molecule called ATP in order to use it as energy. So if we have any compound that's larger than that, such as glucose, the glucose is like the $20 bill. There's plenty of energy in it, but it's not in a form that the cell can immediately use. So in order to use the energy in glucose or any other molecule, the cell has to process it in order to get the energy into a form that it can use, specifically ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So I'm going to now show you how this works specifically. To make ATP, your body takes ADP, adenosine diphosphate, plus inorganic phosphorus, and puts them together. That's a process that takes energy, so you can see I have energy added in the figure here, okay, and then that makes ATP. ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate, stores energy, and it stores it in a form that can be released to drive cell processes. When that energy is released, it goes back to being ADP plus inorganic phosphate. As you can see, this forms a cycle. The materials continually cycle, and they're just recycled over and over. Energy is added to form ATP, and it's, when ATP breaks down, energy is released. And the energy is released in a way that the cell can use for its processes. The way that ATP is used in cells is called coupled reactions. It's used in coupled reactions. I'm showing just a generic hypothetical example here, but there are lots of real examples in the body. Here we're taking A and B, and we're using those two reactants to form a single product called C. And if this reaction takes energy, ATP is the coupled reaction that goes along with it. So in order to go from A and B to make C, that process needs energy, and basically what happens is this reaction on the bottom here runs at the same time that ATP breaks down to ADP plus inorganic phosphate. And that's called a coupled reaction because the two reactions happen at once. And reaction of ATP, the breakdown of ATP with its release of energy, that energy is released in such a way that it can be used by this bottom reaction. Not only do these coupled reactions happen at the same time, they also happen in the same space. To explain that requires us to go into a little more detail than we need to get for this class, so we'll just leave it at that. But just remember, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is the energy currency of the cell. It's the molecule that cells use as a source of immediate energy for cellular processes. Thanks for watching.